Time with Key, where you guys are going to get all the tea on how my guests have been so successful. If you haven't checked out my last episode, check it out wherever my lovely videographer places it on the screen. Today is a very special episode because I have one of my best friends, my sister cousin, my boss sis, really like my right hand man, Leitaiya King, on the show today. So sis, what got you into doing hair?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. This is the real boss right here.
Yes, she does.
But I've been around hair my whole life. My mom does hair. I grew up in hair salons, and so I kind of knew eventually I was going to get into it, but I just didn't know when. I kind of didn't want to like walk in her shadow, but it just happened just because I love it like that. But basically, one of my friends, she trusted me enough to do her hair, and one day after school, I just gave her a sew-in. And with my mom's assistance, of course, but after that, I just was like, oh yeah, this is something that I'm going to be into, something I'm going to keep doing, and it's been a blast.
Okay, and another question I have is, what styles do you offer?
So I specialize in weaves and wig construction, but I offer everything from quick weaves, I do a lot of bobs, coloring services, to like bundles and wigs, natural hair services, so I do the blowouts, the silk presses, and that's about the most of it, just anything having to do with weaves.
If you could estimate how many clients you've had since you started doing hair, what do you think the number would be?
I would say probably about maybe like in the 200s maybe, because I started in 2016, so I would say that.
200, that's a lot though. That's still a lot of clients. And then, what are some challenges you have faced being a hairdresser?
Well, for one, it's kind of hard trying to offer like a service and then having like people come in with like different preferences, different hair types and things like that, because that all affects like your time management. So say for example, I specialize in weaves, so I'll be doing like a sewing, but you have clients coming in really thick hair, really big hair, and that might take about 4 hours. But then you have someone else and they, thinner hair, not as much, and it'll take about 2.5 to 3. So time management, understanding preferences, respecting people's preferences, because you can't, just because you're used to something, you can't, offer it to everyone. Other challenges, I would say messing up and then having to correct the mistake, because a lot of times you end up spending more money fixing mistakes than you're actually profiting from the actual service that you just provided.
I know that one.
I would say that as well.
Okay, and then what's one of your craziest client stories, but that actually really taught you a valuable lesson about your business?
I don't have too many crazy client stories, but something that really like gets under my skin. I always, like now from this experience, always tell my clients, if anything you're uncomfortable with, just let me know. Like if I'm hurting you, let me know. This one time I was giving one of my clients a sew-in, and I was like at the very end, and she was like, oh, it hurts right here, can you take it out and make it looser? And I'm just like, that was so inconsiderate of you. Like, that was so inconsiderate of you.
A whole sewing.
And like, I just had to take everything out and do it over. So, I mean, that's the craziest as it kind of gets, like people not communicating with you, because, they might be uncomfortable. It's their first time, but yeah.
Yeah, I bet that would have been, oh my God, they had to take out the whole sewing, like
all of it.
Wow. And how do you manage being a full-time student? I know you model, we model together, so being in extracurriculars in school, being active in your major, and doing hair on the side.
I basically try to, I have hours that my clients can see when they book through my site, and it's basically like in my freest of times. Like, I kind of try to get my schedules early from everyone so I can know, when I'm going to be available to my clients. But mostly weekends, mostly, when I'm done with class, nothing too much like at night or anything like that. But it's not as hard as you may think. It's something I enjoy, so I make the time for it.
Right. And what do you think attributes to your success with your hair business?
I would say the support from my friends. My friends are very supportive of what I do, like you can attest. They're always pushing me to work harder, to go harder, sending me new opportunities, forwarding people to me, and I feel like that is like so helpful to me. Another thing, I would say my mom. Just watching my mom, seeing how hard she works. I pick up a lot of my habits from her. Professionalism, my tact, just being on point. I just learned it from my mom. So everything I am is because I embody it from her.
Right. And one little thing I just want to add about Leitaiya that I love, and the reason I even asked her that question is because one thing about Leitaiya is you can really give her constructive criticism, and she takes it and she goes and works on it. She doesn't have to make a comment on what you said, or I do this still, or nothing like that. And I model with her. She's like that with modeling. I know she's like that with her fashion, and she's definitely like that when it comes to her hair. And I think that's super big, and she's not competitive with people. I think that's super important too. Like, you really stand out. You're like in your own lane for real, and I love that about you, especially because when I started not even really doing hair but my wig business, you will always help me and stuff like that. And that's huge that you're able to have that unity with someone else, with us having like the same business. So I love you for that. That's why, you know, that's one of my best friends. So another question I have is, how big do you see your brand growing this year?
This year I see me definitely venturing out to, supplying some units. That's something that I really want to get into, because a lot of people, because I construct units, they're like, oh, is it for sale? And it breaks my heart to tell them, like, no, this is constructed by a client who provides their own hair. So one thing I want to do is really just have units like on hand, just sell them, and just, have full creative control over what I want to create, and then, see who messes with it, who wants to buy it, and just do it like that. So I definitely want to get more into providing wigs.
Right. And besides your mom, what are some other hairstylists that you look up to?
I really love Leitaiya. I really love Alonzo Arnold. He's like my favorite, Alonzo Arnold. Hair King. Who else? Those three are really like the people that I look up to. Watch their videos, follow them, keeping up with the posts, because they're not cocky, they're very humble, and then they're open to learning. So it just, it shows me, like, no matter how much clout you get, no matter how high up you reach, and no matter what your client tells you, still have more room to grow. And so I like watching them, because it doesn't feel like, they're done. Like,
right. They still have more heights to reach with their business. And how do you deal with being in a competitive industry?
Well, I kind of don't see myself and my business as competing with other people. I can't look at other hairstylists and, get discouraged or, something like that. I have to just say, okay, how can I be the best me? How can I make my brand the best that it can be? Because regardless, it's enough, business out here for everyone. And I just always try to make sure that I'm doing the best thing for my business. I don't look, for other people to fail, or I don't look for, someone else's next success story, because, that may not align with mine. So I really just, take my competition as like inspiration, if anything. So I feel like that mindset is the most important thing to have in this industry.
And what's some advice you would give aspiring hairstylists that, and I think it's big to say, that want to do hair on campus, because you starting to do hair is when you got to your campus. So
right. So I would say learn as much as you can. Don't be so quick to post on like social media. That's kind of like something that I had to learn. Something that I may not be the best at, but just because I did it and I'm proud of it, I'm ready to post it. But I still have room to grow. So just take the time, watch over someone. If you can find like a mentor on campus, somebody else that does it, let them train you. Watch videos, before you go to sleep, when you wake up in the morning, do what you have to do. And just make sure you're learning every day. Right. So definitely that. Another thing, I mean, you have friends, practice on your friends, because the last thing you want to do is not know how to do something and then practice it on somebody that's going to pay you. So, I mean, just use the people that's around you because they're going to support you. That's what friends are for. So.
Right. And what other industries are you in?
Okay, so I do makeup. I've been doing that for a little while. I'm in fashion. I make pieces sometimes. Just construct my own garments, and I think that's about it. I really just love fashion, piecing stuff together, styling people, sewing, and then my makeup.
My sis does it all, y'all, like, for real. And I had to ask her that question because she's so humble about it. This is one person I love because she's just so humble and so talented at so many different things. Like, I just had to have her put my whole little outfit together. Like, Leitaiya can do so many different things, and she's just so humble about the things that she does. Like, the Slaybytai brand, she really slays everything. Clothes, makeup, hair, like, you really can do it all. So you're really the Miss Do It All. Like, you really do that. So, and then one of the final questions I have is, what keeps you going? What's your why? Like, why won't you give up on this dream?
I won't give up because I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface. It's so many more things that, I want to do, and I just can't deprive myself of the opportunity to see like where I'm going to be like next year, the end of this year. So I just can't do it. I feel like I would disappoint like so many people that have been rooting for me this whole time. Like, they deserve more than that. I deserve more than that. So I just have to keep pushing forward.
Great. And you guys heard it here first. We just interviewed Miss Leitaiya King. Again, this is one of my bestest friends, my boss sis. Like I said, all the whole accolades, everything. So make sure this one tip I want to leave you guys with this episode is really just try to be unified with people, and don't feel like people are your competition with these businesses, because like Leitaiya said, she already knows what's for her and stuff like that. And I always tell people, what's for me is always going to be for me regardless of anything. So I don't have to look at people as competition or feel like I have to go against them, because like you said, there's money out here for all of us. So let's get this bread, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.